Hello, friends. Welcome. I am Ananda Rose. Thank you for joining me. And yeah, it's good to be talking to you. I almost thought I would not be doing any videos this week, and I'll explain why very shortly. So, I'll start off with us first. In the last, I guess maybe year, we have been hearing about how in this time of our lives, people will suddenly leave the planet. And that we can expect that to happen. However, this week, one of my best and longest friends, longest in terms of time, friends, left quite suddenly. My friend, Cliff Enoch, who is also known as Reverend Cliff Enoch or Pastor Cliff, suddenly passed away on Sunday, the 6th of April. And I found out because somebody had posted a comment about the video that I had done with him in 2022. I interviewed him on the channel when it was called The Great Awakening Generator. The person had put on there, hasn't this person passed away? I thought it was a joke initially, and I thought it was a bad joke. I thought someone's just being ridiculous, right? And then I started to contact Cliff, and there was no answer. And then I looked on the Facebook page of the church that he pastors, and there it was. So you can imagine my shock. I spoke to my friend 2 weeks ago. He called me to greet me for my birthday. And his birthday was about 7 days later, and this year I forgot. So my response to this happening in my world was one of shock, was, my shocked reaction. It just was like, what the heck's going on? And then I was reminded that we're living in a time where people will leave suddenly because that is what is going to happen. I'm reminded of scriptures that speak of two people working in a field, one suddenly taken away. And that is, I speak about scripture because that is apt for what his life was about, because he was a minister, a pastor. He pastored a church in Chatsworth in South Africa. I've known Cliff for, personally, I've known him for almost 30 years. But I've known him longer than that because we both went to the same high school. And when we were in school, we didn't know each other at all. We met later when my mum started going to his church. He started fellowshipping at his church. And the one day I was visiting her, and he happened to come along and visit her at the same time. And mum introduced me, and then I thought, oh, I know you. You were in school with us. That's that sort of thing. And from that, we developed a friendship, which then eventually ended up being romantic. And then it didn't work out, but we went through all the motions of being a broken up couple and we became friends again. And I am friends with his family. His family was so good to me, and also I'm connected to Cliff because his brother used to be married to my cousin and childhood friend. And as adults, one of his best friends was married to my cousin, another cousin. Isn't that interesting? That is like interesting. And it gets even more interesting because when we were going together and thinking of getting married, and we tried to get married twice, by the way, and it didn't happen. Um, I realized that his ex-wife's birthday was the day after mine, and his son's birthday was the day after my daughter's. Can you believe that kind of soul connection? That's not just coincidental, right? Yeah. So, friends, I am taking this opportunity to pay homage, to pay tribute to my friend, and to say, I am so sad that I won't see you in the physical. But I do know, Cliff, that we will always be connected in the esoteric, in the other ethers, on other dimensions, on other planes. We will always be connected. His family are obviously grieving him. He has 3 beautiful sons, not ready to live without him. We'll never be ready to live without those people we love, right? Cliff was the nucleus of his family. As a minister, you'd be the nucleus of your congregation, but he was the nucleus of his family, for his family. And so today, friends, I'm going to put the interview I did with Cliff in the description box. I'm going to put the link to that. Why are we talking about it here? As I said, because he was someone who came, who contributed, who we honor because he was here supporting the work that I do, supporting the collective here and in many other places. His charity work, his looking after people, taking them to church, taking them to the doctor, all of that. It's immeasurable. You cannot put a value to all of those things. But that was Cliff, and that was what he did. There are many of us outside of this situation, and I put it on this channel because I know there are many people in the world grieving because their family members have left suddenly. And because of this time, it is a sorrowful thing. There are people that are just all around us, just leaving. And as we remain, those of us that remain, we have a grief about that. So friends, I'm going to make this short because I'm going to do a light language transmission for healing for everyone in Cliff's family, for his congregation, for his friends. And at the same time, we're bringing in a healing light code for all of the planet that's going through this sudden loss. Whether it's sudden or not, but the loss of a family member who leaves the planet like that. And the grief of that. We're just going to bring a healing code. We're invoking Archangel Michael. We're invoking Jesus to some people, Sananda to others. Saramahote, Saramahote, Saramahote. I'm going to do the light language transmission. If you do not know what light language is, because I'm having a feeling people who do not watch the channel will not know what I'm talking about. Light language, everyone. If you are Christian, you know of speaking in tongues. Light language is the grandfather version of speaking in tongues. So, as Cliff would say, it is all good. I don't feel like that, but I want to encourage you because perhaps when we remember that and when we hear that, we will feel the comfort and the homeliness and the warmth of those words. It is all good. For me, I would say to Cliff, my beloved friend, Godspeed, wherever you are. I know that you're watching. Well done, God's true and faithful servant. Thank you, friends. Let's receive our light language transmission now. I invite you to keep your feet firmly planted on the ground. Take a moment to breathe. Breathing in one more time, then breathing out. And if it's available to you, close your eyes. Bring in the healing codes. Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, beautiful Jesus, Karemato hum nareya hum. Yewawe. Koramataya. Koramatiawe. Oh, hain no tofram. Gerenam. Oh, matea. Ora, oh, hey, ya, oh, hey. Hey, ya, hey, ya, oh. Hiramao. Hiramawea. 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 Kiramao. Tewinam. Koratefana hayenawe. Korem tereang natoram. Kereng, kereng, kereng. Beloveds, think of your beloved one. Namato ereye. See them floating in the clouds of glory, walking in the fields of flowers, Yeranatofo, holding the hand of Jesus, holding the hand of Michael, holding the hand of Raphael, Korenatefe, natefe, natefe. There are butterflies, there's sunlight, there are waterfalls. Keranatofe no more teke. Hiramahe orangeha. Yeremeao. Karabatia orenga. Kierea. Koromateha. Hiramato fornaha eto. Arenut pokramahai. Ornate kafo. Serenate mokurna amati kornahai. Friends, if you're missing your loved one, if it was sudden, take heart. It is all relative and relevant. We will see them again. Some have left without warning. Some have left in ways we did not like. And we are here to bear that because we are human still. We are still part of that human factor of ourselves. Very soon, we will understand more. We will see better. The veil of amnesia will be lifted and we will understand. And we will be reunited. We will be full of love. We will say, my heart hurts no more because I am reunited with the one I thought I lost. To my family, to my friends, all of us that grieve Cliff, so much love, so much light. Thank you. I may not be where you are. I may not be in Africa, but my heart is with all of you. Take care. So much love. Namaste.